I am completely obsessed with you both. You guys are my favorite characters on the show.
Thank you.
I want Diana right next to me every day, so she can give me advice wherever I go. And with Pipa, I just want to hug her all the time.
She probably
Congratulations,
use that.
you both. On this season, I had a chance to watch some episodes, and it's incredible. And my first question to you both has to do with what we can learn about love and relationships. I think one of the most beautiful things that happens in relationships and love is that we complement each other, like with the other person, we learn from each other. So, what do you think Pippa can learn from Diana and Diana can learn from Pippa? How do they complement each other?
That's
I
a good
think
question. Yeah, take it away, girl.
I think that Diana can learn from Pippa just to, I don't know, go with your gut a little bit more and not like overthink everything and to, yeah, just live in the moment a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and like the Converse, which is why they make such a good pair. It's like, I don't know, maybe think about it a little bit. Maybe just take a little bit of Diana's brains when you're doing things and like think it through, girl. Just take a beat, take a second.
Hmm. This is a show deeply rooted in toxicity. And my favorite moment from the series until now is when Diana master plans her way out of Stephen's life, and that is an incredible moment for her. She decides to get away from this toxic group. How does that come into play with her relationship with Pippa? Because Pippa is inside this toxic group. How are they gonna like stay away from all of this emotional chaos when the relationship that they have is very pure and honest?
I think that it causes a lot of conflict because Pippa is still so like embroiled in all of the drama and like being associated with a lot of those people and like everything that comes with that. And yeah, I think that Diana, like, even though she cares a lot about Pippa, she's really over it. And she has, like, I don't know, her threshold for like dealing with those people is really, really low. So yeah, I think it causes some issues.
But it's kind of like an impossible ask, because that's her, Diana has friends outside of it. That's Pippa's whole universe. And she just got out of a toxic relationship. And then, like, what's toxic relationship 101 is like, I'm going to separate you from all your friends, which is not what she's saying. But, like, already Pippa's like so in. And then if she were to like step away from everyone and only have Diana, that's also not going to be good.
Yeah,
E-
definitely.
Exactly. And talking about the differences between Diana and Pippa, I think Diana's a very driven person. She's very ambitious. She knows what she wants. She's very intelligent. And her relationship with Stephen was a lot about that. They were both very driven, and the basis of the relationship was based on that: Yale, internships, jobs, what we're going to do in the future. Pippa's relationship has another focus to it. And I feel like for ambitious women, it's very hard when it comes to relationships sometimes. Do you think that's going to be a challenge with Pippa?
I mean, I feel like she thinks it's hot. She's like,
Mm,
this girl is so smart. She's so driven. She like knows what she wants and seems to know how to just like run like laps around everybody. So, like how that plays out later, you'll have to wait and see. But like I feel like I don't think she sees it as a problem. I think she's like,
mm.
it's so refreshing and cool. Then what does she talk about with Bree and Lucy all the time? She's like, our boyfriends suck. And then she hangs out with Diana and she's like, I'm applying to Yale. She's like,
I
okay.
love that. One thing that happens this season is kind of like Pippa is between two very different kind of loves, which is the one she has for Wrigley and the one she has for Diana. Can you talk a little bit about how these two loves differ from each other and how her relationship with Wrigley can evolve throughout the season?
Yeah, I think there's so much love for Wrigley and they've been through so much. And I think she also feels like just a tremendous amount of responsibility, whether that's like guilt or it's just the feeling when you love someone and you need to be sure that they're okay, you know? But it's so heavy. She's so young. They're like 20, I think this season, 19, 20. So like that's hard to handle at any age, but especially then. And she's dealing with all of the assault from Chris as well. So there's such a deep friendship there with Wrigley, but it's so heavy. It's really heavy and it's hard to hold. And I think that with Diana, it's like I think it starts happening because it's the first time that she feels good in so long. And I think that's why we don't see as much guilt in the beginning because it's so euphoric that it's you don't even have the logic to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. It's just like, thank God I'm not being crushed all the time by like so much trauma in every direction.
And my last question has to do with something that I think when it comes to love, you need a lot of things for a relationship to work. But I think the two main things is to be in love and to have the courage to live that said love. And I feel like being vulnerable takes a lot of bravery. And that is something that lacks nowadays. A lot of people have troubles with like expressing their feelings to the other person. And I think that's a big part of Diana and Pippa's relationship. And that's something very beautiful. Can you talk a little bit about that, about the importance of being brave when it comes to love, knowing that many people will watch this series and will be in a situation like your two characters are?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that it takes so much bravery and courage just for them to come together in the first place and for Diana to be like, there's something going on here.
and
Just
it's
to even name
it's
it.
so beautiful like how you did it. I remember on the day it was just so beautiful. Like it
It's
was so I'm like nah. But not to be one of those actors that's like I'm getting chills, but yes. Yeah, there's just so it's really beautiful because she really goes out on the limb. Sorry, I cut you off. I just
no,
wanted
no,
to
no, it's okay.
talk
But no,
about how
it's
great
like,
you were.
yeah,
Um
just to like, and I think that like dealing, especially like it's 2008, like no one else is gay that we know or like in our like, kind of world. And to even, and I think that like, especially for Diana, like I never thought that that was a part of my reality. And so when I start to have these feelings for Pippa, I'm like, is this romantic? Is it just friendship? Like, I think she's genuinely confused. But it's so strong that I can't not talk to her about it, you know?
Well, thank you guys so much. Again, congratulations on the season. Congratulations on the characters. You did a great job. Thank you so much for this talk also.
Thank
Thank
you. It's so
you.
nice to meet you.